Alright, so we were here. We were listening to this religious leader. I think he's religious. I don't know what the hell she really does. What do you do, Wakra?
Move along, outsider.
Okay, don't like me.
Consultation hours are. Oh my.
Hmm. You're staring at my face, aren't you?
Well, you must admit it is striking.
What can you tell me about Nandro? Your philosophy seems controversial. What do scholars do in Solace? Never mind. What can you tell me about Nandro?
Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location.
Was he excellent
Regardless,
though?
many of his
Spirit
traditions
guide.
remain in place
Spirit
to
guide makes a lot
this
more sense.
day, while others may have fallen by the wayside.
What kind of person was he? How have Nandro's traditions changed? Do you know anything about a garden? What kind of person was he?
He was compassionate, eccentric, and charismatic. He knew how to draw out the best in his people. A true leader. Tradition says that when he knew his life was ending, he sought quiet solitude, knowing his work here was complete. Not a word of tradition, spoken or written, speaks ill of our founder. It is perhaps the only thing on which we all agree.
Do they all agree though? I don't think so. Some people want to just leave. Well, I guess nothing bad about him, but whatever. How have Nandro's traditions changed?
If you ask these absolute Zarits, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal,
For all
certainly.
who reside or explore, outsiders
Sorina's
too?
vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned.
Oh, who was Sorina?
Ah, blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a solace in peacetime.
So, do you know anything about his garden?
If you ask about the tilled ground made for growing plants, no. Very few here have that knowledge. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time to time. He created the Wardens of Solace to oversee that garden specifically. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has set foot there. I fear I cannot help you beyond that.
Interesting, let's move on.
What more can I do to enlighten you?
Your philosophy seems controversial. Hmm?
All philosophy is controversial here. Thoughts that do not challenge tradition might as well be tradition themselves.
Okay, what do scholars do in Solace?
We pass on the oral histories of Solace and seek to uncover those historical knowledge we have lost over time. In return, the unenlightened Getuli of Solace curse, spit, and throw objects at us. It is truly a symbiotic relationship.
Great, well, I should be going. Alright, so she's a scholar.
What can a humble historian and philosopher do for you?
Oh, great, I can do it again. Alright, nothing. I do not need to ask her again. The main hall. What's going on here? What are you discussing? I forgot about my cool weapons. They're cool.
As sure as you
Trying
banish
to
the
Boudica.
entropy from our lives, may your exile be brief, and your throne
Nandru looked to Wodoka for inspiration when he created the traditions and laws of Solace.
Boudica is the one who attacked our person though. Boudican prayer. This piece of parchment contains a common prayer to Vodeka, Oath Binder. Hear our voices, lend us to speak truth and receive it in kind. Protect us as we walk the prescribed path. Calm our minds as we make difficult choices. Show us how to untie the knots of lies and sentiment, to bring us closer to your broken throne, where justice awaits those who serve justice. Ooh. But I don't like Vodeka. Okay, Vodeka is attacking. Vodeka is one who attacked this place and tried to kill Sabadell. You guys should not be worshipping Vodeka. Is what I'm figuring out here. Bulti.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you.
Are you?
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests?
What is your role exactly?
I am an attendant of the Council of Solace. I do whatever they ask of me, frankly. Currently, it is my honor to watch over the Shrine of Wodeka and keep it as pristine as the goddess herself.
You mean it's your honor to stay where the Council can keep an eye on you?
I have to know what that's about.
The way I heard it, Bolty had a reputation for taking things from the armory and selling them to traders for a profit.
Ooh.
I paid my debt to Solace. I have changed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, the Council is keeping you close by, just in case you haven't.
He sells stuff too, though. He's a shop.
Good to see you again. How can I help?
Show me your wares. Why are you selling things, bro? Aedyr Bane, 19,000 bucks. Super Bond. Treasure map, the blade that hungers. Ever since I found that dark blade, I have felt hungers that no food or drink can satisfy. Almost as if it longs to plunge it into soft tissue and slash across vulnerable throats. Rather than continue to fight off its influence, I have buried the dagger before it buries me. Oh, this stupid. You can stop it like that, but whatever. I'll take it. New quest acquired.
Where is that caravan?
Yeah.
The wardens from the tower sent word to expect one.
An outsider caravan? Huh. Does the council know about this?
Shh. Someone sent word to let in an Aedyran caravan with goods to trade. Just think. Aedyran cheeses.
What if Mihala finds out about this?
She won't, because the caravan is destroyed. Attacked by a troll. I mean, it's their fault, really. You did not want it. I should have sold this grimoire, huh? What else we got? Olive leaf tea, burned lady, fruitful wine, fresh water, and grog. Right, and then and a sapphire. Okay, let's go meet the Warden Council. What is over here, though? Look at that. There's something there. I don't know if I can grab or whatever is there, but
If we open our
Commandant Milaha.
we stand to lose everything. They will corrupt our people, destroy our traditions.
Our entire society faces
Kostya.
destruction if we don't. We need trade. We need the rest of the world.
I agree.
The reason Solace Keep has stood for so long is because we've stood alone. Do not question our ways, Kostya.
I understand, Mihala. But Solace Keep is dying. Surely it wouldn't hurt to consider a different route.
We will talk
Hello.
about this later. Yes.
It's me, I'm the guest. Council chamber. I do love this nice. I mean, one single cloth is not really gonna make it more comfortable, but I'm heading into the back room, man. Mihala's key. Mihala, can I have your key, please? A collection of papers. A stack of meeting minutes, notes, and assorted papers. For the most part, it is a collection of bureaucratic effluvia hidden amongst the regalia and footnotes. The series of handwritten exchanges between Kostya and Mihala, scrawled in shorthand and dripping with excessive punctuation. The two never seem to be in agreement about anything. Mihala writes most of her entries in full sentences. Kostya, on the other hand, shows a deep love for rude sketches. Councilman Costu, as per our conversation on the topic, are supposed to present a united front, not whatever that was. It has come to my attention that certain parties have been intercepting my letters to Aedyr. While I am uncertain who might be responsible, I would advise the culprit to stop doing so. The margins of our meeting notes are not for caricatures, that is all. I look forward to another 700 years or so of working with someone more stubborn than stone. They do not agree. That's fine. Are there only 2 council members? Only 2 I can see. Writings of Serena 3. I am grateful to Livu for playing the zealot. He draws in all the mean little rhetorical fights, so I can focus on the work. But must he preach for Eugene's walk? Should Nandru's living word really ring out in the killing pit? Preach from Eugene's walk. Grateful rhetorical fights. Work. Okay, of course, Livu denies Nandru's divine inspiration. Livu claims I have as much claim to lead Solace as Nandru ever did, and that the new law is whatever I decide it must be. Does he actually believe it, or is he playing the firebrand so I can appear to temper him? There is a terrible danger in turning away from the tablets. They were the wellspring of power in Solace, and whoever controlled their interpretation controlled our course. But the tablets themselves were fixed, unchanging, objective. That rigidity was killing us, just as it would shatter bad steel, but it also limited the council to narrow rules. Now that the living world lives in us, it can be turned to anyone's ambition. We are shooting terrible rapids with civil war on one side and slow ruin on the other. I must change Nandru's word to guide Solace forward and to bury the secrets of our founders' past. Then I must hurl that changed word as far into history as I can. I must fix it all as tradition and embed the source of that tradition deep in the past where no craven counselor can reach it. So let Levu preach from the very crack of doom. Let him be the last voice before the plunge into acid. Give Sorina her power or we all will die. May they believe it in their hearts. I pray to Bodeka they never wonder why I am so set on dismissing Nandru's writings. There is a source to this land's madness. There is something alien here that must never be released. So she knew about it. She knew. And she did not like it. Totem of Perseverance, treasure map. Bounty, 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 diary entry, background of spoils, schedule supply requisition, treasure maps, then writings of Serena. We got 4 as well. Holocaust of World Scatter Our Bones. Yeah. We'll find more of these, I think. Oh, torn page from my journal. A yellowed piece of paper mottled with water stains. It is written in Costia's sprawling cursive. Most of it is unintelligible, but a few lines are legible. I am done. Drive a spear through my heart. I cannot take this zealotry any longer. Not when everything we hold precious stands to burn and to cinders, because Mihala decided a dead man's words are more valuable than the lives of our people. What will it take to make her understand? Does Solis keep need to fall before she opens her eyes? Yo, a superb arquebus? I'll take it. I accept it as a gift. Candles. And nothing else in here. What do you guys got?
What is the meaning of this? Who let them
Commandant?
in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We just saw the steel garrote in the tusk. Your lives are in danger. We believe the steel garrote would have entered the tusk. We need your help. You owe Marius a debt of gratitude for warning you of danger. He didn't have to come here. Yeah, we just saw the steel garrote in the tusks. Your lives are in danger.
I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the steel garrote were here, we would know.
We just killed
And
them.
if they are here, let them come. Solace has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer.
I did what was needed. I not explain myself to you. This isn't your place to comment. I did what was needed.
Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious.
What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind.
We're looking for a path to the garden. Help us put an end to the dream scourge. Given how our conversation has gone so far, I don't expect much of anything from you. We are looking for a path to the garden.
There is no path.
What do you mean?
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy?
A god is imprisoned there. They spoke to me, begged me to come. We are determined it is the source of the dream scourge. Our garden. We have determined it is the source of the dream scourge.
Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose. Its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him. Perhaps as it has spoken to you.
It has.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face. I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Aedyran could have anything in common with Nandru.
We found an old journal written by Nandru. It says there's another way to the garden. I am a godlike of the being in the garden. Maybe Nandru was too. I am the reincarnation of Nandru. I don't care how to get to the garden. We found an old journal written by Nandru. It says there's another way to the garden.
Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words.
There is.
If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself.
Correct.
But I fear you will be disappointed.
Indirect. Could you at least tell us where you might look? So we came here for nothing. I don't believe you. Could you at least tell us where you might look?
Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Come on. I hope you are prepared to do so with steel. I won't stop searching for a way to the garden. Stand around all you like. I'm leaving. I hope you are prepared to do so with steel.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you.
You're making a mistake, but I will respect your wishes. You are making a mistake, but I will respect your wishes.
Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, envoy.
Right. Well, I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
I think he's gonna help us.
I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Level 25. Love it. Give me a second. I got more ability points. So maxed out this. We also got reload. Again, this is all we can get right now. Power attacks with dagger, swords, and spears deal plus 40% damage. Critical strike, critical hit chance. I mean, I'm getting critical hits on every single time I hit. Reducing stamina cost of dodge also good. We'll start with piercing thrusts, rank 3. Okay, we have more, sure. Give me evasive, rank 1. That reduces stamina cost of dodging by 25%. Pretty good. Pretty good. Dealing greater stun when parrying. I can stun while parrying enemies. It's kinda nice, right? What do you got, Mihala?
Still lingering, Aedyran?
I am. Give us a letter. I found a letter to one of your council members wrote to Heelguard. We need to talk about Petru. No, I'll be. What the hell was Petru?
Good.
I do not remember. His ass is in here, right? He's here.
Envoy.
Hello. Oh,
I just wanted a word before you went on your way.
if you're going to knife me in the back, you need to be sneaker than that. Reason I'm completely yes. If you're about to make an apology, save it. Wanted to squeeze in a few more insults on the way out. If you're gonna knife me in the back, you need to be sneakier than that.
Knife you? Gods have mercy, no! I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help.
Probably. You disagree with her? What's going on in Solace Keep? He's risking life for the sake of pride. What's going on in Solace Keep?
There are just not enough resources to go around. And it's causing people to fall ill.
Or the Dream Scourge?
She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath.
She did seem quite passionate, so you're a two-faced coward. You still owe me an apology, so you're picking your battles. It's like a difficult situation. She did seem quite passionate.
She's a zealot. She forgets that doctrine is worth less than living. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect.
Yeah?
Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die.
Should stay, but like,
Neither
you know.
our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me?
Whatever you're angling for, I'm not interested. What do you need from me exactly?
The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it.
Raid?
We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Aedyr trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough.
Plus they're dead.
We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation.
Oh. Count me intrigued. Assume I can help. What will you give me in return? Trade agreements aren't in my specific wheelhouse, I'm afraid. Why haven't you? I'm not interested in solving your problems. Count me intrigued. Assume I can help. What will you give me in return?
Information.
That's what I need.
You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might.
Alright.
You were right, you know. The Steel Garrote are in the mines at Mount Forja.
Mines?
Looking for the garden even as we speak.
Okay.
If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman.
That she is. Why are you telling me this? You knew about the Steel Road the whole time. You told me already I must go. Why didn't you tell me Hala? Yeah.
Because I know how she'd react. Mihala would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths fighting the Steel Garrote. She does not care about how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Steel Garrote who find it, I don't care.
What then is of importance to you?
My people.
Makes sense.
Every person who is alive now, and every generation to come. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us.
I think I have he's a reasonable man. You don't need Ludwig's support. You misunderstand the Ambassador's relationship with the Inquisitor. You have nothing to offer Aedyr. Ambassador Hildegard is a reasonable man. You don't need Ludwig's support.
It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear.
I have his ear.
I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But If a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
The entire keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sunday mind?
I understand ridding yourselves of the keep, but to help the Steel Garrote, disgusting.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Aedyr and the Steel Garrote in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people.
I knew you were a fucking snake. I'm sure Mihala would love to hear this. You have a point. Hopefully Mihala will see it. You have a point.
Kind words I did not think I would hear. I doubt
We'll
she
tell him
will,
what he
though.
wants.
Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Aedyr's hunger.
You're a fool if you believe that giving Aedyr a crumbling castle protected from ruin, it would change you all. I wish you well, but I have nothing to do with this. It would change you all.
Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand.
Regardless of what you think, I will find it. Yeah.
You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too.
Oh, I will kill her. Inquisitor Ludwig out of control, so Grota are unpredictable, they may force my hand. The thought never crossed my mind. They are my countrymen. If I see Ludwig, she is dead, sorry. They are unpredictable, they may force my hand.
I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths.
Primordial depths.
Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Aedyrians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance.
That we can.
That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also,
What is it?
well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden to check on them. Oh, please, look in on them, if you can.
Sure.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run his errands.
I do, Marius, because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have led you to believe.
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy.
When the outposts go dark, it's never good. I'll go to them. Where I can reach the archives, I'll spare the time. Find another errand boy. And when outposts go dark, it's never good.
The fear that you're right raises bile in my throat. Look in on him, please. It's all I ask.
I'll go to them. Where can I find these living archives?
They are to the north of Solace Keep, along the main road. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are a considerable number of Zarips between here and there. Look for Elder Grigor at the archives. He should be able to give you a full accounting. I pray nothing terrible has happened. Thank you for this, Envoy. You are more than the villains your people are made out to be.
Are you evil though? Locate the Steel Garrote. 1 second.
How may I assist you, Envoy?
Stop walking. I found the letter to Ambassador Hilka written by a council member.
A letter to Hilgard. Courteous of you to bring it to me instead of Mihala. She has such antiquated ideas about diplomacy. I've written so many of these in the past, but I have received nothing in the way of responses.
Now you have one.
Part of me suspects that Mihala's the reason for the damned silence. she's such a rigid fool.
Is all this obfuscation necessary? Can't you work something out with Mihala? At least you know the fate of one of these letters. Can't you work something out?
I'm afraid there are factors here that you, being an outsider, may not understand. I'd like us to be allies. To that end, I have something that may assist you in your search. An alternate way into Mount Forja.
Oh.
There's a path that leads to a warden storehouse that sits just south of the main entryway. Instead of a key, you'll need to recite the Kantek.
Kantek, a song or poem of cultural significance.
Of all the treasures to which one aspires, none greater than those wrought of sweat and fires.
Alright.
Speak those words aloud, and the door will open. Safe journeys, envoy.
Hey, more info. Quest updated. Forty I found to see the road can found in the mines. Gotta give you a canteen to descend in front of a door just south of the main entrance of the mines. Time has come and go free Sapatel of this prison. Anything else, Kostya?
Please, be discreet with what I've told you.
Okay.
Aedyr is coming, whether we like it or not.
He's pro Aedyr.
Elder Grigor is an old friend. He'll have what you need.
Sure.
Please, be discreet with what I've told you.
He wants change, but is he really? He's two-faced already. How much more two-faced is he? Mihala.
Still lingering, Aedyr?
First isn't making moves. We need to talk about Petru.
Captain of the Wardens? He's away on an errand for me. What about him?
A petty lie, but we both know that's not happened. Did you imprison him or did nature finish him off for you? Bullshit, very easy. A petty lie, but we both know that's not what happened.
Pompous Aedyr. I don't know how you found out, but I'd warn you to stay out of the Council's business. Petru's ideas are a danger to Solus and go against his oath. If you must pry, I can assure you, he is safe.
Right.
And he will stay far away from Solus until he can be trusted again.
Imprisoning those who have different ideas than you is wrong. You have right to protect your people, even if that means going to an extreme. If Petru is still alive, I'll find him. You can't stop me. Imprisoning those who have different ideas than you is wrong, Mihala.
You know what? I'd almost think you genuinely believe that if you didn't carry an Aedyran crest. Now be gone. I have other work to do, and I do not need to justify myself to you of all kith.
Alright. No, I'll be on my way. He was saying something, but I missed it. I really want to open this damn chest. But I cannot. Maybe later on Mihala will give me a key for that.
Any news, Andrada?
Oh, Captain Joffrey.
Captain, no, the council's still going at it. You know how Mihala is.
Well, sucker. Fine. Come find me when they're free. Won't be able to do anything until I talk to Mihala.
Of course, Captain. And, good luck.
Okay, Captain.
Make it quick, Aedyr.
I spoke with Mina. She thinks Petru was doing something at the abandoned Warden Tower.
Fuitu! That tower's been off limits ever since the Zaurips raided it. That Neem dude could be in serious danger.
I'll see him if you Zoras are no match. Okay, check it out. Do you know why Petru would have been there? Zoras, I can warn him and stay clear of there. I'll save him if you Zoras are no match for me.
It's more than a few, Aedyr. Though I admire your courage. Good luck out there. Only the bravest wardens venture out into the primordial depths.
Well, I'm going there anyway. I would have found him. In any case, there is something apparently. Oh, hey, by the way. Good to see you again. It's no Aedyr for you, my friend. That's my Aedyr. There you go. A bit of money never hurt anybody. Oh.
Have we stood watch over the garden, as shall our descendants, and their descendants, and theirs, until the end of Eora itself.
About that. There is a Margaret's blessing on there.
Eyes up, my friend. The face of that statue has your... shall we call them gills?
That's Nandru, founder of Solace. Don't speak ill of him if you value your life.
He's got a Margaret's blessing on him, so just grabbing that. Alright. Well, get out of here. Back out to Galawain's stuff we go. So, they're not helping me. And I don't know if I can trust that counselor, the male or the female one. The female one, at least, you know.
An outlander.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, our Brunnen are done for. The council members are having real food.
Suppose that's edible. Well, better than whatever they're feeding the Sucker. This is how you get the rations.
You are made of tougher material than I am. I am so...
What's that? You really need to toughen up. Swear they let anyone into the ranks these days.
What the hell is going on with the dialogue? I moved too fast. Thank you, bud. Was it you? I don't remember. Oh no, it is you. Not you, it is you. Yeah, trust me. Aedyr. That's me. I'm the Aedyr. Alright. It's freaking super cool. It's purple, man. So cool looking. Purple gun? Yeah. Why is a melon growing here? The melon only grows where there are few kids. Sorana's Mercy. Right, I know of Sorana now. He's the one who took over after Nandru. What do you guys have here? Tian's confession. Dear friendly guards of Solace Keep, I am ready to make a confession. I confess that I used a scroll of form of the helpless beast to turn myself into a pig. I confess that I accidentally followed a guard into the council chamber. I confess that when the spell wore off, my clothes were gone. Furthermore, I confess that being a pig was the second greatest experience of my life, and I confess that I am not sorry. Did you know this is the most cramped prison I've ever stayed in? Thankfully, I won't be here long. If I'm guilty of anything, it's just that I'm criminally underappreciated for as an escape artist. Your pal Tin, the Archmage, author of Tian's Chaotic Orb. What the hell, he was here? Golden chest. Corrupted Adra. That's not Adra Bane. Prison tower key. Despite its age, it doesn't seem like this key has been used very often. They don't let people out much, I'm guessing. You go in, you stay in. Charred leather tome. The dark leather binding, the thick tome has been blackened from the kiss of fire. The gilded lettering on its spine reads, Searing Passion, or The Chains of Desire That Freed My Soul. A strand of red silk marks a page about 2/3 of the way through the book at the beginning of a chapter. Fire is there. My heart was pounding in my chest as I navigated the wide streets of Queen's Birth. Officers of the Royal Deadfire Company rarely had reason to come to this district, but tonight I did. My only reason to ever return to this grossly opulent place was Mistress Rabuina. While some may think of her as just another courtesan of the wild mare, they could not be further from the truth. She is a singular woman embodying not only the pain and challenge of enduring Margaret's trials, but also the satisfaction and growth that comes from successfully doing so. Time slowed to a crawl as I made the short climb up the stairs to the upper floor of the wild mare. Steeling my nerves, I approached the closed door that would lead me to Mistress Rabuina. Her voice, as commanding as ever, called out from beyond the door as I knocked. You may enter. Wasting no time, I opened the door to Mistress Rabuina's chambers and stepped inside. The familiar scents of brimstone and steel were the first things to assault my senses, followed soon by the stifling heat. As I met her gaze, the utter contempt in her eyes made my knees tremble, and I quickly looked down to the ground. You are late. Her voice hit me with the intensity of a smith's hammer, striking hot metal. My mouth went instantly dry as I unsuccessfully attempted to make my excuses. I'm sorry, Rabuya. The glowing chains held loosely in her hands were snapped taut, and I immediately corrected myself. Mistress Rayabuna. She stood from her commanding throne, and her pathetic excuses evaporated like droplets of water on the desert's blazing sands. You will be punished. Now be a good little boy. Remove your clothing, close the door, and prepare yourself for an extended visit to the stocks. Unwilling to further stoke Mistress Rabuyana's already blazing ire, I bowed once and began to comply with her orders. Great. You like that kind of stuff? Prisoner incident log. This log contains neat and terse lembur, with each entry written by a different hand. Curiously, the name of the prisoner in the last incident has been entirely crossed out, rendering the name illegible. Incident: Inmate Faldu claimed guards were withholding water and food, found crumbs under bedding, given reduced rations for a fortnight. Incident: Inmate Cresaidu once again refused water and soap for bathing. Claims he never needed them before. Warden dumped water over the inmate's head, threw soap at him. Inmate Rini appeared not to respond to wake-up calls or attempt to rouse her. Healer found nothing wrong. Wardens hid behind wall and offered food. And inmate awoke, ate, and then pretended to sleep once more. Great. Inmate whatever has spent most days arguing against his imprisonment. Warden offered to speak to Counselor Mihala since she brought the charges, and inmate settled down. Prisoner has since been transferred. Warden has no plans to contact Counselor. Great. Viorel.
Welcome to Serena's Mercy, outsider.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing for you to see here.
Okay.
Move along. Move along.
It's a jail. Exceptional act. That's blood, pretty sure, so. And you said nothing to see here. Are you very sure about that?
You let me out of here right now.
Renato.
Pipe down over there?
I'm innocent.
No, you gave the goods back. That's something else.
I demand that this farce of a justice system answer for itself.
Do you do this every day?
I think he does. An exceptional dagger. Jail door. Writings of Serena 2. Deliver spontaneously as if improvised. Listen all. We have gotten things mixed up. Too much old-fashioned talk getting in the way of what needs to get done. Too many old dwarfs fussing over too much old stone. We need a new way. Look at the broken walls. Look at the barren fields. This is where old stone led us, and the tablets are shattered or stolen. But still, the old dwarfs say, go back to Nandru's tablets. Go back to their way. What way? The way is broken right in half. Pause here for laughter. Now don't we need a new way? Yeah. Stand up and be heard. Down in the mind. Do you go to your work thinking, I wish I had a tablet to tell me the way? Nay, nay. When you quench the steel in the shrine, do you think to yourself, yes, I've done this as Nandru taught me, as I read from the tablets? Nay, nay. You do your work the way that works today. We need to go back to the word before the stone. We need to turn back to the oldest word. We need to find a new way. Stand up, sing out. Now here's the new way I found. Solace isn't made of stone. No, Solace isn't made of walls or watchtowers, is it? No, no, Solace is made of us. We live in the hands of Vodka. We work with the hands of Abaddon. We burn in the fire of Margaret as we struggle and strive. So dead stone can't lead us. No, no more dead stone. Didn't Andrew say to stay in this land we must grow our staying power? Yeah, he did say so. Now does stone grow? Does a tablet grow? Nay, 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 it does not learn. It does not grow. So from now on, the word of Nandru lives in us. We will learn the word and we will teach the word, and the word will live in us. No more stone. Only the word as we speak and hear it. Only the word as we teach and learn it. Friends, I have to say it as if you'll, and if you'll say it with me, I'll know you agree. No more stone tablets. The word will belong to us and we will belong to the word. Can I hear your yeas? Cut by a third. Hit the keystone phrases harder. Give them more chances to sing out. So she was like, stop written history, make it oral so we can change it whenever the hell we want. Unlock with prison tower key. The hell's happening in here?
Keep without a grimy torture chamber. Oh, God, makes me sick.
It is a torture chamber, alright. That's a leg, bro. That is a kit. That's a kit hand. What the hell are you guys doing in here? That shit is locked. Warden.
Grow today, grow tomorrow. Hope you're looking forward to it. Grow today, grow tomorrow. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Renato, who the hell are you?
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants.
Oh,
Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
Maps, are you Sansa's assistant? What's it about grave goods? Son of a bitch, I come to collect his notes. Maps, are you Sansa's assistant?
You know him? Then you can advocate for me.
You've got your work cut out for you. But if you want to try, go ahead.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs.
Great. So you were lining your own pockets. How can you be a cartographer and not value other cultures? It's not like the dead were using them. So you were like, how can you be a cartographer and not value other cultures?
Easy to pass judgment when your stomach is full. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
Alright, he's learned to listen, let him out. Sorry, Renato, you're staying right where you are. I'm taking your notes. You have to untangle this mess yourself. Alright, he's learned his lesson. Let him out.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners.
Which his survival skills will be back in a week or dead. Did you give him proper trial? Glower, I'll make sure he doesn't do it again. Suit yourself, I'm not the one to listen to him complain. With his survival skills, he'll be back in a week or dead.
How dare you? I'll have you know I'm a seasoned adventurer.
Ha! Can't argue with that. This is the tusks we're talking about.
Yeah.
You're free to go.
Done.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are.
Need your notes?
Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes.
Renato's map.
Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe.
Boom. Find the notes. It's the last set of notes.
That's an experience I won't repeat.
Uh-huh.
That's an experience I won't repeat.
I think you would.
That's an experience I won't repeat.
Go on. Either leave or help clean the cells.
No.
Go on. Either leave or help clean the cells.
Alright. Everybody wants to talk now. So Rena's Mercy. This is the abandoned Warden Tower. The Steel Road is here. Maurice's village is like way up north. Okay. Lot to do. Not a lot of time. And we have a mountainous road here. We'll start with... Okay, buddy. We'll start with this road. Jumping around the rocks. I see there's like lava here though. Primordial depths. Opal. Look at that, beautiful lava volcano. Don't I love it? He mentioned a lava boat. Can I get a lava boat going, bro? That sounds sick as hell. Okay. Hey, look at this, a mountain goat. Then mountain goats. There aren't mountain goats cute. They've got a certain cuteness about them, right? Okay. Then we are faced with hard stone here. What the hell happened here? Exceptional spear. Trade caravan, obviously, but one must ask, how did they die? This is the northern warden tower. It does not seem very safe at all. Yo.
Arms up!
Okay, collar. 2000 damage. High priest. Gravestone. The engraving eroded by time reads, "For those lost in construction, we dedicate this tower to them. Their bones strengthen the stone and their hearts the land." Writings of Soriana 1. Damn the most holy Nandru. I hope he was reborn as Lake Algae and pissed on by a flamingo. He gave us all the secrets of survival in this blight and bitter land. He did everything he could do to give his followers a chance. His teachings had only one flaw. He exhorted us to write it all down. For 300 years he seemed so wise. Whenever there was a doubt, our ancestors went back to the tablets. When the faithless abandoned Solace, Nantru's secrets did not flee with them. The tablets were too heavy to steal. The tablets outlived the death of the masters, so that the thread of their learnings did not die with them. Solace endured on the foundation of those tablets. But after Theodore's folly, after the sack of the libraries, we lost so much, or perhaps not enough. Nantru's private writing survived. They trouble me. He had such doubts about why he came here, about why he did not go further. Handwritten notes. A thick sheaf of paper consisting of harshly written notes consisting of what looks to be copies of passages from other texts as well as the writer's own notes and questions. It seems to be the handmade beginner's guide to animancy. Whoa. The latest crop of potatoes was small and somehow bright purple. I'm not sure how I did that, but I've disposed of the fertilizer I used on that batch. I bought some new supplies in Paradise that I plan to slowly cycle into the newest batch. Water continues to be more scarce than I like, but it's hard to smuggle out enough to quench both my thirst and my farms without raising suspicion. Mina asked me about it in front of the others recently, but I think I was able to play it off. Why does she have to notice everything? It's usually so endearing, but I need her to pay less attention right now, at least until I've got something to show for all my experiments. So that's what he was doing. A man was trying to grow crops with animancy. Usually is a good idea. Apparently it stopped working though. I don't need this gun anymore. Well, until the Zorabs got to him, and an account of stock, the ledger made filthy by dust and rot, contains records of the supplies kept within the tower. As a former waypoint between Solace Keep and Mount Forja, the tower is often used to store raw materials mined from the tusks. It also stored a great deal of foodstuffs for itself and the miners in Mount Forja, as the entire As the entries progress, however, there seems to be a sharp increase in both arms and armor as well as emergency medical supplies. The last entries show an attempt to move as much equipment as possible out of the tower. They were abandoning it. They didn't leave. They didn't take everything though. They left their mice.
I think they need to hire a new cleaner.
It's a lot of rats and shit here. Zorab movements, a list of dates and numbers. Upon reading through all of it, you can deduce that it's keeping track of a nearby group of Zorabs and endeavoring to make sure the writer isn't discovered by the tribe. I have suspected it for days, but now I'm positive the Zorabs are getting closer. Hopefully they haven't seen me or they'll just move right on by. So he's always animancy stuff was here. Twisted iron key. I'll find it, don't worry. Scout Ardra beetle. Like, where the hell did that come from? What the hell? Another shot.
I let you have that one.
I don't have the range for that shot, but like, I don't know where these shots are coming from.
This kind of thing is a common sight back in Fjord, especially during thesis season.
This kind of sight? That fire burning there? Oh, this animancy equipment. Paper scrap. Need to adjust the frequency on the wheat. Do we add the irrigation directly to the machines? The archives must have some record on how to use these things. Running out of fertilizer, try beetle dung instead. Water stained notebook. The animancy equipment I have procured from Emerald Stair is nothing short of wondrous. The people of Fjord have grown bountiful crops from nothing with these machines. Perhaps we may save ourselves from starvation and rationing yet. And the Paragunan practiced animancy before at various points in our history. Surely Mihala will allow this. Mihala denied the proposition. She says that animancy does not support Nandru's directives since he does not explicitly mention the practice in their oaths. Taka, I think, it's her keep and her rules, but if I don't act now, we'll starve. I set up a small garden at the top of the ruined outpost. It's working so far. I have hope that Mihala will see reason. Mihala is a stubborn old goat. She refused to discuss my successful experiment and said that if I continue this project, she'd have me locked away in the ash forest for sedition and treason. Let her try.
Duke Petru definitely got himself locked up in the ash forest.
Ash forest.
He'll still be there. The Zarabs didn't get to him first.
There are Zorabs in there. The shit was growing. Maybe we can free him and have them do animancy again. This was the heart. We didn't find the key. Probably find it on him. But we're not gonna wait for that. Crazy. 5 lockpicks, but that's easy. Or I could have just done that. Superb round shield. Great axe. Twisted iron key, or we can open it just ourselves. Crack it open. Ring of Greater Overseeing. 20% AoE damage. A favorite of the Bagadel Academy alumni and outlaw hedge withers alike. These rings greatly enhance spells that cover a wide area. Entire squads of soldiers can be reduced to cinders with a well-placed fireball if the caster is lucky and talented. For those less talented, this ring does wonders at compensating for an arcanist's lacking skill. Or you can just kill more people. That also works. Tracks are everywhere. Yeah, that's Zorabs for you. Where the hell? I hear the noises, you see. I hear it, but I know not what to do about it. Surely there's a better way across than that. Well, how about a quick fast travel and teleport to the camp? We'll do it next time. There's a lot to do here. Another full area. We'll figure it out though, right? Marius?
Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left Solace, thinking about the village.
Get there. What about it? That's understandable. I need to focus. Not what I want to talk about. What about it?
What if I get there and... oh, I don't know, I fall apart. Memories flood in and I don't know who I am anymore. Or worse, what if it's nothing?
If you feel this strongly about it, it's not nothing. The only way to know is to go out there and find out. You're stronger than all of that, Marius. You will overcome this. Whatever happens, will do so whether you're worried about it or not. If you feel this strongly about it, it's not nothing.
There was a story. The warden who saw the future.
What was it about?
There was a young warden who thought she could see the future. She'd think about things and they would come to pass. She was worried about her father falling ill, and he did. She feared her friend would die of exposure. It happened.
That sounds like a useful talent. Were you the young warden by any chance? Go on.
One day, she was with her patrol unit guarding a watchtower, and she was struck by a terrifying thought. She just knew in her gut that Solace was under attack. Zareps or ogres or fire blights from the wastes.
So she left her post to stop the attack. There's no way a gang of Zareps to get through those gates. We found a way to alert Solace and remain at her post. So she left her post to stop the attack.
Oh, you've heard this one.
Nope.
The young warden tried to alert her unit, but they didn't seem concerned. They said she was delusional. So she left the tower to go protect Solace. And she found nothing there. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Her whole unit was killed because she abandoned it.
Should have just stayed at the post. Her future sight was just her worries about what might happen. The really dark story, and Solace sentenced her to prison for dereliction of duty. That's a really dark story.
And they tell it to children. What if I'm seeing the future? I can't stop thinking about this village, as if I'm trying to predict what will happen.
The difference is you haven't left your post. You sought help from your unit. We are here to support you. You can't predict what will happen, so stop trying. Being prepared for the future is never a bad thing. You sought help from your unit. We are here to support you.
Well, I'm fortunate to have you all here.
Yep.
Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Envoy. I clearly have some things to figure out. Anyway.
Galvin's test?
What do you want to talk about?
Nothing.
Right. Changing the subject?
Enough.
Until next time.
You have more?
Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. A lot of memories. Not all happy ones.
Did something happen to you here? Commandant Mihala seems to speak highly of you. Yeah.
She took an interest in me when I first came to Solace. No idea why. I was an outsider and a child. She had every right to make me someone else's problem, but she didn't.
Yeah, that's a bigger heart. She must have seen something in you,
I
yeah.
struggle to see it myself. Maybe my mirror's dirty. Just makes it harder coming back. After the way I left things here.
Did something happen to you here?
I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child, and they treated me like one of their own. Until I left.
That doesn't seem so bad. Oh, I see. How dare they treat you with kindness and generosity? Who do you think they are? Who took you in from where exactly?
That, I don't know. I think it has something to do with those memories we talked about. That village. I feel like I'm being pulled in that direction, but I don't want to go there. Really don't want to go. Well, over the years, I started getting the feeling I was lied to, like everyone in Solace knew something I didn't. Whenever I asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what matters.
You think they were hiding something about your past? They probably just wanted to make you feel safe. Very suspicious behavior. Time to stop obsessing about your childhood and grow up. Great. You think they were hiding something about your past?
Oh, they definitely were. I swear on Magrin's breath. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? Was it something I did? Something I didn't do? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it.
Take a moment, Maurice. Breathe. I can see why you might want to get away from all that. You have to know that's all in your mind. Sound like a madman. Take a moment, Maurice. Breathe.
Right. Okay. Thanks. I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night. Never said a word to anyone. Didn't look up till I got to Paradise. And here I am. Back again. Funny how things work out.
Anyway, I get some rest.
Thanks for talking.
Okay, no more. Guy, what's up?
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see Aedyrans for a change.
What do you think about Kostya's plan for dealing with Aedyr?
I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it.
He's right, obviously. He's reckless. He's betting his people's future on a risky deal and assuming they'll adapt. He shouldn't make the kind of decision on everyone's behalf. It's a good deal for Aedyr. He shouldn't make the kind of decision on everyone's behalf.
Maybe not, but should Mihala? Because that's exactly what she's doing. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land.
Would the peoples you've absorbed into your empire feel differently? That explanation simplifies a messy and often violent history. Rawattai is one of the world's most prosperous and expansive empires because of their boldness. Would the peoples you've absorbed into your empire feel differently?
Some would. Some wouldn't. You of all people would know there's no simple answer to that. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Aedyr? Or striking out into the living lands?
They know how to survive in the trust. They should stay here. Anything's better than this. They should take the chances elsewhere. That's not for me to say. They should take the chances elsewhere.
I only hope they get that chance.
That's all.
Night, envoy.
What about you, Yatsli?
We really must stop meeting like this. People will talk.
You got nothing? Okay.
Don't let the bedbugs bite, dearie.
What about you, Griata?
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack.
What kind of unconventional equipment?
A corporeal inverter. In layman's terms, it replaces living things with dead things.
Great.
Killing them.
Great.
Maybe it wasn't my smartest investment, but I thought it had research potential.
Okay, well, Kostya seemed more innovative in his thinking at least.
If the steel garrote is what passes for innovative, then Solace is in deep trouble. It's remarkable, really, what people do for traditions that have lost all meaning. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you.
Wherever I go, I have to prove myself to strangers. No one should enter the garden, but you're going to do it anyway. Yeah.
That's the spirit. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way.
Alright, let's talk about Galavin's Tusks.
What's on your mind?
Let's talk about you.
What are you so curious about?
Nothing, okay.
Not before I've done some reading.
And space for a Galavane totem.
Did that artifact get warmer, or am I imagining it?
We'll put some. We got 2 fragments.
A perfect fit.
Increase the damage against pro enemies and 2 might and constitution. Hunt's Master spoils. Okay, well, I don't have anything to put in here. Could upgrade stuff, but give me a minute. Enchanting station. Yeah. Heaven Strike. So we got Ondra's Scorn. Power attacks deal moderate frost accumulation. Ondra's Anger. Power attacks deal high frost accumulation. Or Lunar Champion. Kill enemy gives you 5% damage reduction. A reduction? Come on. High frost accumulation. Ondra's Scorn to Ondra's Anger. That's good. Beat your blade. Lamenting Fury. Full combo attack gives the hit enemy minus 20% damage for 15 seconds. Then Crashing Tide. A full combo with minus 40% damage. A successful parry deals high stun and frost accumulation on nearby enemies. Tidecaller the Revenge. I'm not using a shield is the thing. I don't really do combos. Minus 40% damage. Crashing Tide. Magic Mistall. Very high stun, moderate stun to nearby. Kill enemies 50% reload speed for 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm okay with this. As it is.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
Did not.
It was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written by non-Druids centuries ago.
Same story everywhere. Though, much of Rauatai's history is recorded in chants, so half our debates are sung. It doesn't resolve our feuds, but it does make them more entertaining.
Do you think there's hope for the Council? Or are they too stuck in their ways?
Do I look like an Usundid politician? There's a reason I spent most of my time as far from civilization as possible.
Well, I'd vote for you, dearie. If only to see you squirm.
Alright, give me a second. Let's upgrade Heaven Strike. Oh, we're making it legendary. 92 more stun, 45 more damage. It's gonna be freaking insane. It's gonna be an insane thing. Okay, make this superb. Plus 3, 16 more damage, 24 and 30 more stun if I can get it up there. That's fine. Gambison of the Grand Empire needs more. Okay. Look at me with my legendary Heaven Strike. 406 physical damage, 400 stun. Boom!
Marius.
Oh?
Could I examine your soul?
That sounds like a good question.
Oh no. You'll use none of that spooky soul business on me.
But I promised to be gentle.
What are you even looking for?
Nothing. Anything. I'm sure I'll know when I find it.
Just exploratory.
And so will the rest of us.
Well, I would offer my soul to study, but you and Quilici plumbed it enough. I'm sure you'd prefer someone new.
Don't you trust me?
You? Sure. It's all the animancy I have trust problems with.
I'll try not to take that personally. Suit yourself.
He is suiting himself. Wait, why does he have a talk symbol? So all of them have talk. They all have talk symbols on their heads. Yeah, if I get close enough, they do. Oh.
No pressure, but why haven't you and Quilici settled down yet?
We're happy as we are now. Well, living in sin suits us.
Great.
Scandalous. But it makes sense. He doesn't keep with any tradition or ceremony from the old country.
I've never stayed in one place for very long, but settling down with someone sounds nice.
Sounds like a good way to get stuck in one place to me.
You'll never know until you try.
This is good. As in, how many conversations are there, like in total? There's got to be a limit, right? It's got to be like we have 100 conversations recorded, because they can't record infinite.
Do you know anyone from the Hand Occult?
The Hand Occult?
I know a lot of people, and just as many secrets. Why do you ask?
I was wondering what they think of our situation.
I'm not sure. They play their cards so close to the chest, it's hard to figure out what they want. Maybe they just want to see how it all plays out.
Probably for the best. Getting the Hand involved is a good way to end up in an asylum.
Right. You're gonna have to explain that one.
You've never heard? The Hand Occult have secret asylums all over the world.
Secret asylums?
That can't be true.
When you stay too long, your face melts off like candle wax.
Great.
Not a pretty sight from what I hear.
She's not joking. The Hand Occult have a nasty habit of locking up those who know too much.
Oh.
Then why did you tell us all that? God, it's like you want my face to melt off.
I'm guessing the first game had something about the hand occult. Do love these particles. Oh, look at this. Icy particles. Boom. Any more conversations?
Animancy, huh?
Animancy.
Indeed. A vibrant tapestry of art, research, and spirituality.
Sounds interesting. I mean, the souls and whatnot.
Are you curious about the soul? Yours, or maybe someone else's?
No, just, talking.
Talking.
Talking is good. If you're ever curious about animancy, you know where to find me.
Right. Good talk. Good talk.
Maybe he is curious about animancy. I mean, he's having like memories and shit. Probably linked to the soul somehow, right? In some way, in some form. Probably.
Yahtzee, how long have you and Quilici been together?
About 30 years. Why do you ask?
How do you make that work for so long?
Well, it helps to have a partner so understanding and virile. Why do you ask?
Over all that time, how do you hold in the parts of yourself they'd never accept? How do you contain all your worst pieces?
Darling, if you can't be your worst self with them, what's the point?
Interesting. The guy is also hiding stuff. The worst parts of him, he calls it. But it's fine. He'll figure shit out, I'm sure.
I've been researching the Hollowborn crisis.
Oh.
Another spiritual plague. Both similar and different to ours.
Hollowborn crisis.
Dreadful, wasn't it? Especially the parts with the animal souls.
Could it be related to the Dream Scourge? A common ancestor, maybe?
The people of the Deerwood seemed to think that they'd angered the gods, and it was divine retribution. I highly doubt the gods would be so petty, though.
I don't know about the gods, but people sure are. I heard they turned on their neighbors. Aethasians, animancers, anyone suspicious.
According to my research, the crisis went away on its own. Something tells me we won't be so lucky.
I think it didn't go away.
Nothing goes away on its own.
Yeah.
Not even snaggage.
I'm guessing it didn't go away on its own. I'm guessing isn't this linked to this? The world is a part of another game, right? I'm guessing the first game had whatever the hell that was going on. Any more conversations left?
Yonatad.
Yeah,
I
Yonatad.
beg your pardon?
Huh? You sneezed. Yonatad.
Yonatad.
Yonatad. Is it supposed to sound like a sneeze?
How should I know?
Thank you, dear. But I think I just got some perfume ingredients stuck in my nose.
Right. Just be careful. There's something going around the camp. I think Kai caught some kind of...
Oh, great.
Yonatad.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Because there's so many of these. I don't want to miss these even. Listen, there's more. If they stop talking, I'm out of here. Oh, he's still sneezing.
Lanatad.
Lanatad. That's wrong.
Say again?
You sneezed. Lanatad.
That's wrong.
I mean Yonatad. Lanatad means something else.
Oh.
Oh. Well, what does it mean then?
It's someone who enjoys special time by themselves.
Oh.
Intimately.
Oh.
So that's not an accurate descriptor for yourself? Oh, is that why you're so tense?
Great.
Right. I'm gonna sit here quietly now.
Of course, dearie. Oh, and Yonatad.
Great. Alright. The conversations link to each other. That's good. That's good. Any more we got going on? Any more regarding any situations? A lot of stuff happened in the game until now,
Kai,
so...
darling.
Milady.
Next time we fight some beetles, would you mind?
I'll take care of the claws so they don't snag your outfit. I noticed you mending some tears the other day.
I couldn't love you more. Thank you, dearie.
That was a short one. Okay, so like... We're back to general. I mean, we've been on general conversation for a long time, but... Maybe there's more... story-related conversations left? I'm still waiting for more.
Does one become a scout?
Scout?
What? You looking to pick up the craft?
Oh, no. Unfortunately, I would only be a useful guide in some godless ruins, and I don't know that I'm quite ready to share yet. No, I just wonder how you ended up guiding clueless kids across the lands.
Solace taught me a lot, but I picked up most of my skills just surviving on my own. Spent a lot of time just trying to not be in Solace. Once I left, it just seemed like the right thing to do. A lot of people need help to survive out here.
You didn't want to do anything else? Have any other dreams?
What else would I do? I'm not really good at anything else.
I mean, you can. I mean, no, he's the one who fiddles. What do you do in this free time? I mean, you're just a survivalist. I mean, there's a need for that. This place is hostile as hell, so surely there's a need for people who want to just
How
survive.
did you and Quilici meet? For some reason, he won't tell me the story. Was it scandalous? Did you seduce him away from a noble heiress, and now you're both in hiding?
No. It's a tale as old as time, my dear. We locked eyes across the bar back in Fior, and he was a goner. The moment he found out I wanted to see Nakutadek, he offered to take me there. So off we went. And once I'd gotten my fill of the ruin's exterior, we had just enough time left to explore each other.
Great.
Oh, research and romance. When I find my special someone, I can only hope our meeting is as educational as yours.
Alright. It's about enough. Exit here. You two can come along. Any dreams I got? Any dreams? No dreams. Alright. So, we'll end it here. For now. We have Sorena's Mercy, and then the North Warden Tower. And then we'll just clear up this stuff, clear up here, and then maybe head up and get this village now, because that's obviously an entirely different area. That'll be good to just get it done. Goes all the way till there. Okay. Save game right there. And I will see you in the next one.